What's up guys, this is Elon here. In this video, I'm gonna share with you our process when we have new hires. So without further ado, let's begin. So I'll start by saying that the first thing that we do is we make sure that their first day is what we call payroll day. That's a day that anybody in the company, different department, at different point of the day, will come by the office, go through some training, have some food, have some fun stuff going on, and then pretty much go back to work. They might have their first half of the day in the office or the second half of the day, or for our office staff, it's in the middle of the day. So just to give you an example, our technician come in the morning, they get breakfast, they get to restock their vans, do payroll, give cash and check, and then we have training and some fun activity that involves spinning wheels and winning money. And then we have that also for our office staff and then for our installers. And what that does for new hires, they get to see the culture. Day one, they come, they see fun, they get fed. So all those things, you got the first impression. So everybody hears about first impression. So this is our first impression. You come and see our culture and the team that we have, meet everybody and so on. So not day one, you go and you sit in your cubicle and you keep on hearing people telling you about X, Y, Z. You kind of get to experience a little bit of fun, which we think is very important. Now, when they come in, they show up 8 o'clock. First thing that we do is, we sit with them in our conference room. We tell them about, kind of like the plan for training, which our training is a 5-day training. We have like a schedule for every day of what we need to cover. And then the listening, or, let's say they're in, their job is to be CSR dispatcher. We use that as to shadow existing employee as feeler. If they're a field person, we have them in our warehouse, in our training room, as a feeler just for the first week. So they get, because you can't really train them there's not so many things to train, and you wanna spread over 5 days so you don't overwhelm them. It's very important the first thing they show up, you give them the personal attention, the red carpet service. If it's office staff, you set up their desk very nicely, make sure it smells good, make sure it looks good, everything, reset the computer. So when they feel like that everything that they got is brand new. If we have chairs that don't look good, we get new ones. Again, first impression is very, very important for us. So day one, we will go over, the basics. We want them to understand what garage door are, the different type of position we have in the company, and how they all work together. What they do, how what they do affect other people, how what other people do affect them, and so on. So we kind of explain to him the big overview from macro level, how the position in the company is. From there, we just make sure that we introduce them to everybody, show them all of our where our coffee machine is, talk to them about phone policy, dress code, lunch breaks, time off request. There's a lot of small things we cover. We're not going very deep on day one, trying to make it very casual and also let them go a little bit early. So when the first day of school, when you go and the day is chill, the day is fun, everybody gets it sometimes to leave a little bit earlier on like day one of school and stuff like that. It's like it's a funnest day, the first day. So we're trying to make take that approach. We provide lunch for them and some other people that work with them, whichever department that is. So we're trying to make it the most personable that we can. So again, day one, they go back home and say, well, that place is not so bad. And from there, like day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, a lot of them, there's a lot of repetition. Like I said, you're using the whatever they do as a feeler, but at least we're gonna get 3-4 hours every day of talking to them, whether about our different software that we use, listening to recordings or practicing, if they do CSR dispatch, practicing taking down or putting back up doors, installing motors if they're on the field. Really, whatever they are, we get them a little bit of everything, and we repeat it because we think repetition is key. You say it once, it will not stick. And then, by day 5, they already did their part. So by day 5, they already know how to install a door in our show, in our practice, training room setting. So not out in the field. If they're CSR dispatch, they know how to answer the phones by now. And if they're warehouse guy, they should know how to do, what we call load out, get the stuff ready for the next day and whatnot. So again, really the key about this is as long as you give a great first impression, which we know that's a thing in sales, right? When you tell your guys first impression is everything, well, practice it in your office as well. When somebody comes, from the hiring process, from their day one, from the, everything that you interact with, first impression is key. And I'm gonna end this video with that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.